was that?
Can you blush?
Here we go, Poppy.
Oh, I get it. I see now. You've been training for 2 years to take me out. And now here I am. Ooh, so exciting, isn't it? Okay, here's your chance. Come on. Come on, what are you waiting for? Here I am, right here in front of you. Go ahead. Adolf here gets the first shot. Come on, what are you looking at her for? You need permission? Or maybe you need a little bit of incentive. Okay, I can help you with that. What's the matter? You missed that? It's okay, I can do it again.
Dobret, Reinhardt! Dobret!
Come on. Well, you need a manual?
Fucking
Do it! Come on! MC Hall!
Now you got an explosive device stuck to the back of your hand.
And now, for the moment all you motherfuckers been waiting for. All my flip mode niggas rise and await for the most powerful event to occur. The coming!
You know, I don't know why anybody would be surprised that Pearl would do something like this right on MLK's birthday. At least that's when I saw it. I like to give a shout out to Keeping It 100 for making the initial post. I never listen to just Pearly things. I've seen her in shorts and on black male content creators' pages. I never held her in any high regard, and I lamented the fact that she was able to come into what was supposed to be a space for black men only and run her mouth. I'm from the same place she's from, and I know that she is an entitled princess and a goddamn racist. She's no better than Sukihana. She is an unapologetic clout chaser who is making her dime off of the ignorance and weakness of other people that blindly followed her, taking pennies on the dollar. I used to think she was an op. Now I only think that's a half-truth, while the other half is just some bored ne'er-do-well looking for something to distract herself and have a bit of fun at what she considers lesser people's expenses. Whose fault is it that these people feel comfortable coming down into our ethnic communities, the slave quarters as it were? When I see these people, I consider them spinsters who really have nothing better to do in their own affluent communities. I see the message losers from their own ethnic communities. Processed cheese. Pearly is from the Chicago area, and if anyone's ever been here, they know that the city has never stopped truly being segregated. There is no way she could be ignorant about anything related to black people, even looking in the window of our supposed ethnic community. It was cringe when I looked at the post with her calling MLK a race hustler, and just to let her know what goes on in the black community as it stands today, and in the past, it's none of her goddamn business. Pearl, personally speaking, I think you're a loser for being down here in our spaces, using the tried and true method of making your dime off of what you yourself likely consider people who are lesser than you, economically speaking. Pearl, I am not one of your Negroes. I am not one of your trained monkeys. I am a straight black man, a Generation X elder that comes from your neck of the woods. If you're mad at just Pearly things doing what comes natural, there's really no difference from what she's doing in the black manosphere and the many foreigners that economically move into pockets of your urban black communities, setting up businesses to drain those areas of their meager resources. What I mean is that those foreigners and immigrants set up businesses in our communities, have a standoffish attitude, and all of the money spent in their establishment is not circulated in those areas, thereby leaving them in a state of decay for all those interested. I didn't say anything when I watched all of the black male content creators caping for Pearl after she was exposed. I just shook my head because I thought it was the unfortunate exposure of the inherent weakness in those platforms. I feel bad that a lot of men need to have a woman give them validation to the point where it makes them lesser than. They go from men to being males. And what makes it worse is that a lot of these guys that were caping for her got very indignant and used Kevin Samuels' innovated sign language technique to shame other men that questioned their support of an obviously entitled race soldier. Metaphorically speaking, and taking into consideration the standards and practices of this platform, I have to be honest and admit that this bit of emotional terrorism made me feel a certain way. Because she is a white woman, I know that I would get a strike if I say that I feel like giving her the business, if you know what I mean, you know, rock and stone. If we're gonna get mad at just pearly things doing what comes natural to a racist, then we should admit to ourselves that we need to take better care of our elders and their legacy, as I've pointed out before in the previous video regarding that piece of filth known as Sukihana. That being said, I can't just walk away from this without putting in my 2 cents. Fuck you, Pearl.
Say, why don't you pick on somebody your own disposition?
Oh, please, Mr. Barroom Brawler. Don't hurt me or anything like that.